Hola. Welcome, everybody, to Cali Cocktail Hour. Hello, Sarah. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Excited for the show tonight. And we'd like to thank everybody for coming to Cali Cocktail Hour. And we have a special show for you starting at 8 o'clock today with some wonderful artists and creatives today and some wonderful stuff coming along. So, and I'd like to thank you because you're putting on this event tomorrow. And can you tell us more about the event?
Sure. So this is the second Art in the Park that we've put on in the Bridge District, which is a community on the other side of downtown, a riverfront community in West Sacramento. So it's where the River Cats Stadium is and the barn. So this kind of came, Lynn, who we'll talk to later in the show, is a neighbor in the neighborhood and also an artist, and she wanted to find a way to creatively showcase her work during COVID. So we put on an outdoor pop-up art gallery for one day, and it was super successful. It was back in September. And we realized that people are just kind of hungry for that community, and we did it in a safe way. And so we decided we need to make this an ongoing series. So we don't know the frequency yet. It's pretty small and grassroots, but we're really excited. And so this time, tomorrow's event, we have a second artist who we'll talk to who's live with us tonight as well, Joha Harrison. So two main artists, and then we have some awesome creative vendors and some cocktails and pizza and coffee.
Yeah, so you started we went to the first one. The first one was really awesome. It was really great. Awesome event, even especially during that time of heightened awareness too of that too. And tomorrow's going to be same COVID protocols too, right? So people can go out there and
And obviously there's food and drink. So but there will be signs encouraging people to respect the COVID. We're still very much in this situation. And yes, masks are required.
Oh, cool. Christian says good evening. And Raquel says, hola Raquel, ¿cómo estás? And we're super excited. And like I said, thank you everybody for coming to Cali Cocktail Hour. And Sarah, who are we going to interview today?
So we're going to start by talking to the two featured artists, which is Lynn Mayugba of Blood Orange Anything and Joha Harrison, who is an incredible local artist who lives at the Wall Building in Sacramento. And he is also a recent recipient of the Black Artist Fund, which we're really excited about. And also the profits from the the event itself isn't a profitable event. It's really just for the maker community and the artists to connect them to opportunities. But the vendors are going to be contributing a portion of funds back to the Black Artist Fund. So we're really excited to be able to support them.
Good. And, we also like to thank you for putting on this event too.
Yeah. Thanks for the recognition. It's really what I love to do. I love Sacramento so much, and I think there's so many creative, amazing people here. And so anytime I can connect them to opportunities, that makes me really happy.
Well, good. So, I'm excited to have, this is the most we've ever had before, people like streaming people.
Right.
And it's great. And I am going to, hold on real quick. Teresa says hola, and finishing touches, hola, ¿cómo estás? Yeah. And Arturo from our last show was awesome person that Lynn and I interviewed last one. So saludos, Rubén Briseño Reveles y Sarah, and excited to see Lynn and everybody's work. Yes. And Arturo, we need to get him to Sacramento too.
Yeah, come visit.
Yeah, and Akelas agree with your point, what you said about Sacramento.
Awesome. And
Finishing Touches says a blank spot, which I think means awesome. Yeah.
Cool.
Sacramento. Love Sacramento.
Hey, Sacramento.
Yeah. I was going to say, we're going to go real quick. So we're going to go into a song, and that is from another Sacramento artist. They're called Latour. And we'll come back with Joha and Sarah. Sorry. I have to go put on my crow feathers. I've noticed that I don't have them, so that's going to give me time to do that.
We also didn't talk about our feelings. I was excited to talk about how we're feeling.
Yes, I'm sorry. It's because I don't have my crow feathers. I'm like, I'm feeling a little naked here. How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling kind of anxious about tomorrow. Anytime you throw an event, there's just like so many small things, and I'm, very much a team of one sometimes. So I'm anxious, but I'm also really excited. And there's so many people that are going to help tomorrow, and it will go smooth. And yeah, I'm excited.
And so everybody got to go out there to support Sarah tomorrow, and everybody too. And it's good to feel anxious, right? Because that just means we're excited. It's, when you get that little fear in there, it's like, it's going to work out because, yeah. So, see? Hi, Sarah. Thank you for all you do. So
Hi, Joya.
Joya was another guest here. Joya's awesome too.
Yeah.
We all know Joya, so she's an awesome person.
Yeah.
So, any other, feelings that you had this week, or just getting geared up for the whole week? And
yeah, geared up for the whole week. And then I had a couple like weird things happen where I felt like I questioned things, and it was one of those reminders that not everything is about you. Like I had some like weird things happen that threw my week for a loop, and then it was nice reminders that not everything is about you.
Oh, see? Yeah. There you go. Yeah. And now we're here now to, we always like to talk, we're the filter of feelings, right? So by the time we're done here, you'll be feeling so good. And everybody out there, if, no matter how you're feeling, please, reach out to us too. And we're here for you too. And,
Ruben, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good. Actually, I'm feeling good. I had a little bit of I've been having these dreams, and I'm starting to realize what they are. I'm like, oh, I know what that is. So, I guess a little bit of anxiety too. They filter into my dreams, and then I usually correct them or try to figure them out afterwards. Going into a different kind of art too, which is a lot of information, a lot of in a new world is it's pretty exciting. So I think that was kind of a little bit of my anxieties, but tomorrow I'll be a crypto artist tomorrow. So I'm good. I got all my Ethereum crypto money. I got my mining my NTFs, and we'll be good tomorrow. So I'm excited about that. And it is a whole different world. So yeah,
cool.
A virtual world. I know. It's just.
I'm like, I'm not following it. Like another
I know. It is literally like a whole different world out there. But yeah, I'm really excited, and I'm really happy that you're here. I'm happy to meet everybody we met backstage, and it's just wonderful people. So, and I'm sure everybody, out there is wonderful. And, again, we'll come back right now. We'll play the song. We'll be back, and we'll share more feelings as we have them during the show too. So we're going to bring up Tatiana and we'll be right back. Okay.
Sounds good.
Set this up. Okay, here we go.
This
Looks like we stopped there. Something happened. How you doing, Sarah?
I'm good. That was awesome.
Good. Yeah, that was Latori, and they have a great band, and it's all in the family, so that's the best part. So,
It's cool.
are we ready to bring on Joa?
Yes, let's bring on Joa.
Okay, here we go. Hey, Joa, how you doing?
Joa,
I'm good, and you? Hey,
Good.
how's it going?
good. How are
How are you
you?
feeling? How are you feeling about tomorrow?
I'm excited, nervous, super excited. I
Good.
feel a lot.
Good. We're so excited to have you be part of it. I mean, this is an event that we're kind of creating on a whim, and it's you're part of that. So we feel lucky to have you.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Before I go, Chris says, happy Friday. Much love to everybody. This is
Hi,
a great
Chris.
place of community of love and vibrations. Thanks, Chris. The other Chris is here, so there's two Chris's. One says, hi, Joa. So,
Hey, Chris.
yeah.
Can I type that?
What's that?
Can I type that or no?
Oh, you can.
But I will see it. I don't think he'll see it. You just holler it out.
Yeah.
Hey, Chris.
You have control.
See? There's another one, Joa.
Yeah.
Hey,
Joa.
Teresa.
See, everybody's here, so yeah, everybody's supporting the love, Sacramento love for you, Joa.
Yeah.
I just met you backstage, and I already feel like I feel like it's Feelings Friday. You feel like a wonderful person. You are a wonderful person. You got a wonderful smile. A great thing about your personality, and you have beautiful art too.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And so yeah, and it's just, exciting to come on and hang out with us. And hold on, people are just pouring in for you, Joa. Hi, Joa.
Hey.
See, love the smile.
Thank you.
It's all bringing the Cali love here, so that's awesome.
I like the feathers.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. See, now I feel better. I feel complete. I was like, I was having so much fun back there. I had my sweats on, and I was like, oh, that's when you're asking me about feelings. I'm like, maybe this is like my cape. Yeah. Now I feel like a superhero. So I'm back.
Nice.
Yeah. So
that's nice.
So, Jodie, you mentioned earlier that you moved to Sacramento about 10 years ago. Is that right? 10 or 11 years ago?
Yes.
Okay, loaded question. How are you liking Sacramento?
It's not too loaded.
Okay, good.
But Sacramento is beautiful. Sacramento is where I'm at.
Mm-hmm.
I've been here for 10 years, 11 years,
Mm-hmm.
but I really feel like a traveler all the time. Like I never really settle anywhere.
Yeah.
So I kind of feel like a traveler, but this has been the longest I've been in a place since Louisiana. So
Sacramento will do that to you because I grew up all over, and then I like really, really set my roots deep here. So I'm just warning you.
Yeah.
Right. Stick around.
I think I might be here, what I'm telling myself, but I'll probably be here, but then I like to travel, like go places, but I think I'm here.
So along with being a painter, you also are a photographer, correct?
Yes.
And did one come before the other in terms of like what you started being inspired to explore more?
Well, I've been painting since elementary school.
Okay.
So, and photography came along in high school, but how the art world was when I was in high school and college and as I got older, it wasn't really my perception. It wasn't really accepting to like abstract or free artists or people who don't necessarily know how to traditionally paint.
Uh-huh.
As a side note, but on the forefront, I was pursuing photography. I had fell in love with it and just like I ran with it. So now I get the opportunity to do both, to where I can pursue my art as an opening or a lane for abstract artists, but it'll always be a role for photographers, but everybody's a photographer. So everybody's work is kind of good.
Yeah.
So you can't in photography, you can't really go off of, this is such and such person's work. For me, I like to go off if I like it or not. It could be from Susan's child that's a great shot, or it could be from the most famous photographer in the world. But if it
Right.
looks good to me, it looks good to me.
Yeah.
So Joe, we're going to show one of your pieces if you can explain it to us and everybody out there in the world, and So, all right, here we go. Ready?
Yeah.
I want to bring him up. Okay.
Oui.
So beautiful.
Thank you.
Yes.
Well, this piece, it started off completely different. I was trying out watercolors, and for some reason, the watercolors never like stayed. They always activated when I put something else on top of it. So this is a bunch of paint, actually. A bunch of paint, a bunch of watercolors. And it started out with me, like that little orange square in the middle.
Yeah.
I think it's like a map of old Rome. So it kind of started out me trying to collage things, but then trying to hide them as well. And then I just was like testing out my brushstrokes and seeing what I like, and I like this. And eventually this is really like a full experiment.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm testing out colors, and I'm trying to see, this color looks good with this looks good with this. And then in the middle of getting lost in experiment, I was like, well, you can actually make this into a nice piece. So then I started to like test out this color and just put this and put this. And at the end, the little face was my, like, I guess, rebellion to established art. Because it's like, this is like the first thing you learn in art class is how to draw the inside of something.
Uh-huh.
So that's me saying, all right, this is where I'm at with drawing.
Yeah.
And I like it.
That's awesome.
Well, let me bring up another one for you too. That's beautiful. Yeah. And we'll bring up this one here.
Okay. Well, this was a photo shoot that I did with Caravan Film Cruise. I was promoting a documentary that I made about, it's a mural in downtown Sacramento, I think 7th and I, 8th and J.
Mm-hmm.
It was a mural that was put on by Wide Open Walls and the Ardners. It was called Humanity. It's a great mural if you guys want to go check it out.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a super long story, but I'll shorten it up as possible, as much as I can. So they gave me an opportunity to paint on the wall. And after I finished painting, I was like, well, they approached me about making a documentary, and I was already in that vein. So I made a documentary for it, which came out pretty dope.
Mm-hmm.
And this was the photo shoot that was promoting when I showed it at the Guild Theater last January, right before COVID had just like.
Joe, what's it called?
Humanity and the Mural.
Okay.
And it was to me, it was like the last good day before COVID actually took over the world.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, I got in there right in the nick of time. It was where people could come to the theater and all of that. So that was and I think I got the idea. I was riding on the bus, and I thought about Basquiat when he had the photo of the Raiders helmet. And for some reason, I was thinking about a flower, and I talked to my friend. He was like, let's do it. I was like, I don't really know. He was like, let's do it. So,
it's a beautiful photo.
Yeah. And then let me see. We have Adriana says beautiful, gorgeous. Sorry, she said gorgeous. Yeah.
Thank you.
And Teresa's here from the Art Nerd. She said, I think it was Humanity, and the documentary is amazing. Arturo said, beautiful work and powerful images.
Awesome.
Right.
Thank you.
And then Roberta says it's a great documentary. So
thank you.
Yeah. So let me pull that one out again. So we're going to show two of them, and then we're going to bring you back after we introduce the rest of the crew, and then we'll bring everybody back. And we have a couple more, so everybody stick around. We have some more of Joa's work too, as we bring them up again.
I know. I feel like the problem with this having so many people on is I'm like, I have about 100 more questions for Joa.
No.
But we have to be mindful of the time.
No, it's okay. We'll bring it back. That's what I'm saying. We can think about it. We can bring it back. And Joe, think about, if you want to say, you'll be back in a little bit. We're just going to do a round robin with everybody, and then we'll come back. And so, everybody out there, we love you. And if you're here just to say we love you, I'm sorry. I have wine. So I'll probably love you at the end more at the end. Cheers, everybody. Mocktails, cocktails, whatever you bring. Remember to come tomorrow and support the artist tomorrow. The address and where to see it at. That's someone posted that earlier.
Yeah. So 495, I think if you type in 495 Garden Street, West Sacramento, hopefully it pops up. I believe it will pop up. The garden, the park doesn't have an address, I don't think, but if you can't find it, search for Drake's at the barn and use that as your address. Go there, and we're right across the street.
Perfect. There, anybody out there? So Joe, we'll bring you back. You're going to go back to the stage again, and we will bring on Lynn, who has hopefully her dog. Coleslaw's not snoring it up, but yeah, nice talking to you. We'll bring you right back. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Bye, Joa.
Bye, Joa. Lynn, how are you?
Coleslaw's asleep right now.
Okay, good.
Hi, Lynn.
Hi. Hi, everybody.
Well, hold on. We have
Say hi to Joya and Arturo.
Yeah.
I saw them, Papa and Chris and
Yes,
everyone.
11 to 3, Raquella.
11 to 3, yes.
Yeah.
And I'll put in the comments. We can type that in, and that should be able to show up too. Yes, hello to everybody out there, right? Arturo was a wonderful guest last week.
He was awesome. And Joya the week or two before that. So
yeah, so we got it going. So yeah, thank you. And yes, thank you. And then Chris said hi, Lynn. Yes.
Hi, Chris.
So yeah. So how are you feeling this weekend?
I'm feeling pretty good. I feel good. This week felt pretty good. For the first time in this entire pandemic, I started feeling a little closed in last week and stir crazy, and I just wanted things back to normal, but then I kind of reset my mind, and I got it back together. I did a full circle.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, good. We're excited to see your artwork, and you're the guest, right?
Yeah.
And Sarah's going to grill you. I told her to be extra hard on you, and with all these gotcha questions.
I'm ready.
Ready? Okay. And then Victor said, "What's up, Ruben and everybody?" Joya said, "Hi, nice to meet you." Or nice to Sorry.
I missed you.
Thank you, Sarah.
Yeah, totally. I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Lynn, tell us how. Okay, so Lynn was the first of our first Art in the Park. This is very much, Lynn's kind of my partner in this whole concept. So we got to see her incredible work, and we're getting to see more of it tomorrow. And I'm curious what's happened from then to now. Like how are you feeling about your work? Are we going to see anything different? How are you feeling about tomorrow?
I feel great about tomorrow. I'm really, really excited. And the last event we had, Sarah and I got together, and it was, how many months into COVID was that? I think it really hit in March, and Joa was just saying he had that one good day before everything just completely imploded. But
I think we were like half a year in. And then we also were contending with smoke. That's right. We had to cancel it.
Really aggressive fires. Yeah. And we had to cancel one date. So I was just trying to find a way where people would feel comfortable and they wanted to come look at art and feel safe and be in a really positive environment. And everyone was so respectful, and it was great. And what happened for me after being out there is I was lucky enough to sell a lot of paintings that day, and I got a lot of commission work. And so many people were really relieved to just to be outside and to see people be respectful and truly actually socially distance. And the whole vibe of the day was just great. So I felt wonderful about it. And you'll see a little bit of difference. I don't want Joya to hear this, but I have a color scheme. I love grays and beiges and baby pinks, but I like to work in concrete, and that is where I feel really happy, is mixing acrylics and concrete. And I love texture, and that's what drives me. And so you'll see a lot of, you'll see a lot of it because you'll see concrete on every single piece that I have tomorrow. So
Well,
that's really what I've settled into, and that I really love.
well, let's bring up a piece or two pieces. We'll bring up one right now. You can tell us a little bit about that, because I know that when you see it up close, it's going to have different texture. We've talked about that before. So
Yeah.
So people need to come and see it, and you're going to need to come tomorrow anyway. So
Yeah.
it would be very wonderful and beautiful to see everybody there. So
Yes.
we'll bring one up for you, okay, Lynn?
Be so grateful. Yes, please.
Okay.
That's beautiful.
So that is a large piece. That's 48 by 60. It'll be there tomorrow, and it is acrylic and traditional concrete, the same thing you would put a sidewalk in with, and it's highly textured. But I think I talked about it before. I am just not really good at capturing texture in my photos yet, and that's just a real learning piece for me to make it pop out in a photo. And so I'm getting there, and I have a lot of great people in my life and photographers that have given me some tips, but that's just a real learning piece for me, since the texture is such a big piece of it. And like you can tell from this photo, you can't really see how highly textured this piece is.
Right.
But I'll get there. I'm a work in progress.
Well, that's a hard thing to show. You have to see that texture in person.
That's why they need to come, right?
Yeah.
I think so. That's why you have to come. Yeah.
Right on. And and then let me go back real quick, because Chris had something for you. He said, here you go.
Lynn, go ahead.
Go ahead, Sarah, please.
I can't wait to see you tomorrow at the art party. XOXO.
I can't wait to see Minkies tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's Chris's beautiful daughter.
Oh, cool. Awesome.
Let's bring up another piece for you, okay, Lynn?
Yes.
Awesome.
So that piece is concrete, acrylic, and spray paint. It's about 20 layers of paint. It started out as pure fuchsia, and then actually my really good friend Abe actually bought this piece, and so it's in his dining room, and it makes me really happy that it's there. So
and you get to see it whenever you want.
Yes, I can actually see it through my window because he's my neighbor. But
that's the best.
I busted out the spray paint on this, and I just had a really good time with this piece. It's pretty big. I think it's 48 by 48, but
nice.
I had a nice time doing this, and I'm very, very drawn to fuchsia. I love it. So that was kind of the underlayer of the painting, one of the many layers. And it's highly textured too, but.
And are we going to see that piece at the show tomorrow? Oh no, we're not.
No, that's in Abe's dining room.
You have to go visit it at Abe's house.
Abe, I am going to come over. Abe, he already knows that.
Everyone can take a field trip over there.
He's selling tickets.
Yes.
I missed the show time. You said 8.
11 to 3 tomorrow at Garden Park, across from Drake's at the barn. Lynn, okay, so I really quick, I know we should wrap and bring more people on, but really quick, one thing I do want to say is that I did get a peek of Lynn's studio yesterday. I think it was yesterday. And I will say that I saw some very awesome, unexpected colors.
Oh, thank you, Sarah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we have a big comment, so someone can take that one.
Sorry, I am missing the event, but this is such a wonderful collective of art, artist, and passion. Congratulations, Lynn. Amazing pics.
Thank you, Arturo. I can't wait for you to come here.
Yes.
Ruben and I talked about it. We have to get him here and his dance troupe. It's beautiful and so positive. So
yeah, wonderful people. So before we switch you over to the next, I just want to bring up one who else is going to be there real quick too, and and is going to be. You want to take this one, Lynn or Sarah?
Sure. So we have Cinder Ceramics with Giddy Lindner.
Sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh no. And then I also have Pizza by Jodie. Yeah.
Jodie, which is spelled, and I'm sorry, this is probably me not telling you, Jodie. Chavis. She's an incredible chef in Sacramento, and she's starting this pizza pop-up, and so she'll be there serving these amazing pizzas.
Right on. So, and Giddy will be there. I'm sorry.
Giddy, so Giddy's Cinder Ceramics.
Yeah.
She's a ceramicist, and she has.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I know she's really busy tonight, so she's like, but she's going to be listening, so that's cool. Yeah. Okay. Well, Lynn, we'll bring you back. The routine. No fighting in the back with anybody, because I know how you are.
All right.
Close while snoring.
I know.
Backstage brawls. That's I've filmed that stuff too. That's the best part of it. So we have the outcuts.
Okay. Good.
All right. We'll be right back with you. Yeah. And Sarah, who is upcoming next? And
I think we're going to talk to Lisa of Floradahlia next.
Yes. Okay, Lisa, are you ready? Lisa, here we go.
Hey, Lisa.
Hi, Sarah. Hi, Ruben.
How's it going?
Going well.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
We're excited to have you. It's a great collective. It's like Sarah said, there's so many wonderful people here. It's kind of, like we have so many questions for everybody, but it's awesome. But yeah, welcome, and I'm glad that you're here too.
Thanks.
Okay, so Lisa, we're excited about your work. You are, we've got some beautiful photography, and then we also have photography that are, and I'm just assuming, so you're going to have to explain this process, but it seems like it's photography transferred onto coasters.
Yes. So it's put on travertine tile.
Okay.
And then I make coaster sets with them, so that I've got fine art and then also functional art.
Awesome. Gorgeous.
Yeah. So here we have it on the screen too. Yeah, it's really pretty.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Cool. Have you always been into photography, or is this kind of a new exploration?
So I started in photography first a few decades ago, and then I moved into printmaking, mainly lithography and etching.
Awesome.
And I found myself, etching and lithography is pretty time intensive. And a few years ago, I didn't have the time to devote. And I found myself out in the garden more. And then that's when I kind of really fell in love with everything I was growing. And I went back to photography to try to capture just the essence of what I saw with everything that I was growing in the garden. So I'm kind of full circle back to photography.
Awesome. And tell us I'm curious about the name, Floradahlia.
So, okay. My first pop-up about 2 years ago, I didn't have a business name yet. And so I had to come up with a business name, which was challenging. So I just put those two words together, but the reason Dahlia is in it is Dahlia is the main thing that I grow and I'm in love with, and I'm just obsessed with them.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Well, we're going to bring up we'll bring up another one too, so you can, these right here. So here we go.
So I'm curious, where are you shooting this?
So I grow everything in my backyard, and my studio is my dining room table.
Okay, that's so cool.
There's just a perfect time of day where the light comes in just right, and I know I can and there's one corner of the table. So it's a small window during the day and a small little corner on the table where my light is just perfect. And so that's just worked out as a studio for me.
It's really beautiful. It has such a painterly quality to it.
So the painterly quality is they're all printed on 100% cotton rag. I work with a tremendous Sacramento printer, and they're all 100% cotton rag and archival inks and archival papers, and they really do have a painterly quality. That's partly due to the printing, and also partly just the translucence of the petals and the way I'm able to get the light to move through them.
Awesome.
Yeah, they're really pretty. I love it.
Thank you.
Oh, now you're gonna be selling this at some prints at what do you like? What are you selling tomorrow at the event?
So I'll have mostly fine art prints, everything from 4x4 to 16x20. And then I think I have about 20 coaster sets, the tile.
I know this is gonna sound weird, but is everybody like, is it cash or is it mostly cards, or how do you know, because it's a different kind of time right now. So I think people will probably want to know, should they bring cash or should they bring mostly.
It's a good question. Lisa, you can answer for yourself, but I would assume that everybody's prepared to take card or Venmo or tap, whatever.
Yes, Venmo is preferable for me, but I also have Square if people have credit cards.
So looks like Jen said Venmo is good for her too. So Venmo is So that's gonna be great to see that. You know, especially like I said, seeing it in person, and I'm excited that you're here. We had a couple people that said hi to you, so let me go back real quick. Hi, Lisa from Chris.
Chris.
Very cool your work. Joya says, "What a treat! So happy to see you." See, people are
Hi, Joya.
Yeah. So and so beautiful is everybody Venmo ready? So Raquel wants to support, and
Cool.
So thank you for coming. We're gonna bring you back.
Okay.
Because and if you have anything you want to say to everybody, just remember that too when you come back too. Yes. And Sarah, who are we? Well, we'll send you right back.
Erin next, and Erin.
Who's Erin? And where is Erin? Because I
know you can see her shoulder right here.
I was like, she's got a pretty cool shoulder. So we should bring her up.
There she is. Erin and I are, just to so for the viewers out there, we're sitting side by side because our children are in a pod together. Our families are basically in a pod together. You know how people have COVID romances. This is my COVID romance. She's like my sister wife. Our kids go to the same school, and so we I feel really fortunate to have them and their support. And so she also happens to be an incredible wine sommelier. Sorry, that was not true.
Although I am actually a wine
Are you?
sommelier.
Okay.
You didn't know that.
I didn't know that, but now I know that. I'm botching this job. She's also
that's the gotcha question right there.
She's an olive oil sommelier, which is awesome, because I didn't even know that was a thing, and it really is a thing. And she's a master trained in it, and has her own line of olive oil, PRMRY.
Mm-hmm.
And Erin was with us at the first Art in the Park. And so it was fun to connect my neighbors and my community to her product. And, I'm just a super enthusiast of it. It is delicious. It is, I'll let her talk about it, but
because Abe raves about it all the time.
It's good.
Thanks.
It's good.
So he's always like, you got to try this. He's a awesome person. Chris says, hi, Erin.
Chris.
Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah, and Chris, Erin, I'm going to bring up these your product real quick on here, so just so we can see what Lisa. Sorry, someone said Lisa on the other one. So this is your product, right?
Yes, those are my babies. Yes.
And so there's two types that you offer right now, right?
Yes. Yeah. I basically a lighter, a less robust one, and a more robust one, kind of like red and white wine. You kind of pair them the same way. Really want people to just understand how magical and special olive oil is, and how it can really change your food, and just get people to think of it beyond just like using it to saute something. Like, just finish everything with olive oil, like whether it's roasted vegetables or ice cream. Olive oil does magical things to your food, and it's healthy.
Yeah. And this isn't. Go ahead, Ruben.
Oh no, I said. And where do you get it from? I mean, did I miss that part?
I source olives from farmers here in California, and then produce it here in California.
Okay, because I got confused because Victor says he's been reading that California olive oil is some of the best around. And you got to taste this one.
Yes. Yeah, it's so good. I'm biased, but I am actually a professional taster in that I work on a panel where we evaluate olive oils to certify whether they're extra virgin or not. So that's another thing that I kind of do in the world of olive oil.
Wow. And I know that's a big, I would love to learn more about that too. especially how do you do that, and what makes a virgin olive oil? And there's so many questions, right?
There really are. There really are.
Yeah. And Maya Wallace says, "Hola, friends."
Maya.
Hola.
We hope to see you tomorrow. Erin, where can you get the olive oil? I mean, I know where I get it from, but where can everybody else get it?
Tomorrow and online.
Right, tomorrow. And then, but also like local shops carry it.
Yeah, V. Miller Meats, Rochambeau, and Taylor's all have it.
They'll have it there. Okay.
Yeah.
What's your favorite one?
Oh, it's like picking between your kids. I can't.
I know. That's why I said that. This is the gotcha question.
That's the thing, is that they're so different, and it depends on what you're eating. Like I'll pick one for one thing and the other for another thing. It just really depends on the dish. Yeah.
So she'll be there to answer questions tomorrow for you too, right?
Yes.
Live.
I will talk your ear off if you let me about olive oil.
Yeah, and see, Maya says she'll be there.
Yay. Awesome.
Yeah.
To it.
And I want to put this one up too, because you have a co-founder too, right? I don't want to.
I do.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah. We met over olive oil, and I was living in Spain at the time, and she was in San Francisco, and it was just very kismet, and it all kind of came together over the years to produce olive oil together.
I'm curious. I don't think I've ever asked you about the name.
PRMRY?
Yeah.
Well, basically, obviously, it's the word primary without the vowels. And for us, primary is about going back to the basics, just the essentials from which everything else kind of is created. So the name itself takes out what's not essential. It's only what's essential.
I like that.
Yeah.
Huh.
And then the colors also, like colors are important too. So,
yeah.
And do you recommend cooking with it too, or do you get the way,
I equate it to wine also. Like if you get a really nice bottle of wine, of course you can cook with it. Are you going to? Probably not for a lot of reasons. So you can cook with our oil, but I generally suggest that you use it for finishing.
Yeah. Okay, good. That's what I thought too. I'm like, I don't want, yeah. So, I mean, not that I know, but I would figure that too. But, yes. But So, and it's, so you said you can get it at local places around here, and in online too, right?
Yeah, on our website. Yeah, at healthprimary.com.
Yeah. So like I said, Abe's been talking about every time. I think I was there last time, and I think you were closing up at that time. And then I'm not sure a shy person. I'm not going to walk up when someone's closing, like, hey, I want to ask for more questions. Yeah,
definitely get some tomorrow. If you don't, I'll give you a bottle tomorrow.
Yeah,
you gotta try it.
So I'm gonna go steal Abe's and his painting. So
yeah, right. We're all good with Abe's.
Yeah. So thank you for coming on the show too. By the way,
for having me, both of you.
Yeah, and we have fun here, and we relax, and have a couple of drinks. And, I'm hoping I had some olive oil to have dipping right now. Just
Yeah.
It looks good. Like everything looks good on there too. So yeah. And Sarah.
Yeah, I feel good. I mean, the only other thing I was going to comment on is that Erin was also talking to me. It's fun to have a friend that is such a super nerd in something, because it's fun to hear about how she thinks through things that I would never think through. But anyway, recently she was kind of talking about how fun it would be to do a olive oil cocktail, which sounds so good. And it's I would never think that, but I will be her taster.
Well, let me ask you a question, because I'm not, when it comes to olives, they're really strong for me, and then maybe I'm just having the battle wrong olives. But when it comes to olive oil, I love olive oil. I mean, I just love it. I mean, it's my favorite oil, so to speak. But would there be a reason for that, or is it just?
Well, I mean, you're talking about table olives that you don't like. I mean, they're fermented. And I don't know if you like pickles and things like that.
Oh, okay.
Into the fermentation, that kind of flavor, maybe. But extra virgin olive oil is obviously, it's like a fresh juice. It's just fresh olives and milled. So it's very different.
See, you solved the mystery of my life. Yeah.
And
it was
Ruben. If there's anything else you can do, you know where to find me tomorrow, everybody.
That's awesome. And then Victor said, my cooking level is so low that I don't incorporate finishing. If I did do salads, I'd check it out.
Victor, you got to put it on everything.
Yeah, you can put it on anything.
That's the thing I always tell everybody. I'm a very lazy cook, especially during COVID. And the olive oil, you can just put on the most pathetic thing, and it just makes it so much better. And so it actually makes the lazy cook feel very gourmet.
Yeah. Yes.
See, there you go. You just elevated Victor. Me too, because now I'm going to do it now. So, well, all right, on. So, so we have one more. We're not going to take you off because you're there. Yeah. The shoulder again.
And so she pops in. Okay, now I can talk to Jems.
All right, ready, Jen? Jen's been making this. She said she'll be done by the end of the show. She's making an incredible belt with a vegan leather something, and it might be a dog, she said, by the time she's finished. But we'll bring her up right now. No pressure, Jen. Hello.
Hi.
How's it going?
Oh, wait, you're on mute.
How about now?
There you go. There you go.
So much better. It's not a belt, and it's not a dog or a dog collar.
There it is, right there. See, I told you.
Dog. That's Kismet. I've been making earrings right now. They are made with vegan leather for all you. I made these a long time ago when I very first started out. I used to make them, and they were a lot shorter, and they were with real leather, but I randomly got this vegan leather by mistake, and I thought, hey, let's make something new. So that's what I've been doing while you guys are all talking, because I'm frantically trying to get ready for tomorrow.
Awesome. Well, thanks for taking the time to be with us tonight.
Yeah, it's been fun.
You excited for tomorrow? Yes, I think everybody's excited for tomorrow.
I am excited for tomorrow. The first one was so much fun.
Yeah, so I was just going to say, Jen was with us for the first one. So she got to, do the trial run with us. Any feedback on it? Anything that you are you like showcasing anything different? What can people expect tomorrow?
Well, you will see a lot of the same stuff I had last time. Like my wind chimes and the earrings are new. There's a few new designs. I think I sent a pair of hoops to Ruben. I started working in brass, which in the past I've only worked in sterling silver and copper. So now I brought a few brass things. A lot of people wanted gold, and I was like, I don't really do it. But
wait, you sent me hoops?
I believe there were some hoops in one of those pictures.
Oh, pictures.
Pictures, yeah, not no.
I was like, oh my God, I'm supposed to wear this. Yeah, that was my sponsor. Jen was my sponsor. I was supposed to wear the hoops tonight. And you're like, okay, sorry.
Wear your hoops, Ruben.
Yeah. Hey, Jen, how long have you been doing this then?
Well, I've been making jewelry ever since I can remember. Like as a kid, I used to sneak into my mom's costume jewelry and break it and make it into new stuff. And, that's kind of how I've totally self-taught. And then I think I started Jems about 12 years ago, and really like made it into a business. So
that's awesome.
Right on.
Yeah.
Well, let me bring up these hoops that you were talking about real quick. So let me see. Are these hoops?
Those are some sort of hoops. They're not the brass hoops, but those are some. Yes, that's with lapis and sterling silver.
Are you going to have these to sell too there?
Those are sold, and I do not have another pair.
Oh, see? You should have acted sooner, right?
Right?
That's right.
But I can always recreate.
Right on. And is this a lot of your stuff that you have for sale?
Yep, that's a lot of stuff that I have. I think that was at R Street.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And are you is there? I mean, we want everyone to come tomorrow, but if people aren't able to, is there anywhere locally that people can see your stuff, or is it all online?
If you follow me on Instagram, you can see a lot of my stuff. I do have a website, jemsjewelry.com, but I will tell you my shop is very empty. On top of doing this, I also have a 40+ hour a week job. I work for the YMCA. I run all of their I run all their youth programs. So as you can imagine, it's been a little bit crazy this past year. So
well, we thank you because we utilize those youth programs.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And so that is your Instagram on the bottom right there.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I forgot to put Joa's on there. So I will next time we see that too. So it's always the first person. Yeah.
Jen, are you it's such a lovely space that you're in right now. Is that your studio? Where do you create?
This is my apartment. And I'm like, this is where I live. And so right now I have all my wall hangings all over the place because it's showtime.
Yeah.
And then I have a little section of my kitchen is portioned off for creating. Right now I'm creating right in front of the computer so I can keep working and talking to all y'all.
Yeah, awesome.
And then Chris Jensen said, hi, Jen.
Hi, Chris.
And then he said, lapis is a beautiful stone.
Indeed.
Yeah. Is there something that you like your favorite to work with, or
turquoise is my favorite. I love turquoise. All the blues and greens are my favorite. I've been more into citrine a lot lately. The yellow is thing. You can see my bright yellow chair back here. I just so I like them all.
Cool.
Well, I don't think there's a stone I don't like.
Awesome.
So, and you prefer Venmo, right?
Venmo's my favorite, but I can take cash. I can take card. But yeah, Venmo's the easiest because I got the little QR card and you can just scan it. I don't have to touch anything.
Yeah, I think people are. Yeah, that's awesome. And tomorrow the event is from 11 to 3. And at we might have to repeat the address again.
Okay, so it's Garden Park in the Bridge District in West Sacramento, 495 Garden Street, or the barn, and just go to the barn, and the park is right across from the barn.
So Jen, so you have a pretty good inventory for tomorrow?
It's getting there.
Okay, so you will. You may be tired, but you'll have it.
Yeah, I always have a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Out before every show. I think I don't have enough, and then But
yeah.
I'll probably be sitting there making it.
Okay, and you make everything by obviously. I mean, you make everything by hand.
Right? I do. It starts out as a little piece of wire. Right now, I'm making the individual ear hooks.
Yeah. Glad to hear it's all about Venmo right now. So, yeah. And Raquela, I will shoot you, or I'll shoot you the address for that too tomorrow. I'll send it to you after the show, so everybody knows where it's at. Yeah. So Sarah, and like I said, I like to thank you for coming out, and I make Sarah the co-host. Like, okay, and we're going to come back and bring everybody all on board. We're going to play something just because it's Feelings Friday. And then we'll come back we'll bring everybody on. We'll go through, see, look, I'll be so ready to shop.
Oh, good.
I forgot to mention something.
Go ahead.
I have dark chocolate Seas candy, like 1 pound boxes for the first 10 customers that buy anything.
Oh, nice. That's awesome. I like it.
I was like, oh, I've got goodies. I forgot.
Yeah, there you go. See, you heard it here. Chocolate. Yeah. So I'm going to play a little bit of one of my favorites is Oprah. But she's, we talk about listening to each other in this time too. There's a lot of people, out there. I think it's very important that we learn, the art of listening again, and not just like trying to correct people too, right? So we're going to play a little video, and then we'll come back. We don't necessarily have to discuss it. I just like to put it out there in the universe. We played it before, and we got some good response from some people. So, and the show is about that one person that we can affect out there, that one person that can, that he needs to hear something at this time. So we'll play it, and we'll come back. Jen, you can stay on there too. We'll bring back Erin. We'll bring back everybody right after this. It's only 3 minutes. So everybody else, grab your cocktail. I'm drinking a red wine from Argentina. So it's probably good with olive oil, maybe. I don't know. I'll have to ask Erin on that one too. What kind of wine to drink with olive oil too. So we'll be back. Everybody, we'll bring everybody back on. It'll be a 2-3 minute video, and then we'll bring everybody on, and we'll go do the round. So everybody can have their say in there too. Okay. So we will. Wait a minute. Okay. Oh, we're gonna come right here.
Talk about deep listening also. Deep listening is the kind of listening that can help relieve the suffering of the other person. We can call it compassionate listening. You listen with only one purpose: help him or her to empty his heart. And if you remember that you are helping him or her to suffer less, and then even if he say things full of wrong perceptions, full of bitterness, you are still capable to continue to listen with compassion. Because you know that listening like that with compassion, you give him or her a chance to suffer less. If you want to help him or her to correct his perception, and then you wait for another time, but for the time being, you just listen with compassion and help him or her to suffer less. And 1 hour like that can bring transformation and healing.
So I love this idea of deep listening, because oftentimes when someone comes to you and they want to really vent, they want to purge whatever is going on inside them, people start talking and giving advice. So if you allow the person just to let whatever those feelings are to come out, and then at another time come back to them with your advice or your comments, you would experience a deeper healing. That's what you're saying.
Yes, the fear, the anger, and the despair is born on the ground of wrong perception. And we have wrong perceptions concerning ourselves and the other person. And that is the foundation for conflict and war and violence.
You've said that the only way we can begin to end wars is due to communication between people.
Yes. And we should be able to say like this: dear friends, dear people, I know that you suffer a lot. I have not understood enough of your difficulties and suffering. It's not our intention to make you suffer more. It is the opposite. So please tell us about your suffering, your difficulties. I'm eager to learn, to understand. It has to start like that, loving speech. And if we are honest, if we are true, they will open their heart and tell us. And then we practice compassionate, deep listening. And during the process of deep listening, we can learn so much about our own perception and their perceptions. And that is the best way, the only way to remove terrorism.
Terrorism, or even difficulties between yourself and
Yes.
family members or friends.
Yes.
And the principle is the same no matter the conflict.
Yes.
Terrorists, anti-terrorists,
yes.
father and son,
right.
Yourself and your boss,
right.
Yourself and your children, your best friend.
Yes.
All right, we're back. We'll bring everybody up. And so I always do my Walking with Oprah series when I'm walking. I always listen to Oprah and her comments on there. So we'll bring everybody up. Hello, everybody.
Hi. Hi.
Yeah, welcome.
I love that video.
Yeah, you know, and it goes with the fact that a lot of social media stuff too, that we need people to react to things too, and just we're always reacting. And for me, it's like I try to practice compassionate listening. I just want to listen to people and just go in. You go in and you can hear, if you let them talk, people that are angry with you, or to hear maybe one or two sentences out of the whole conversation, that they will you'll find a couple of words that that they're really what's hurting them too. Mm-hmm. So, and just like I'm just talking, I should be listening to you right now. So, but that's what I love about it too. And I just, there's so much reaction from everybody that I think that maybe it's time to sit back and just be careful with our words, because we do hurt people without even trying. Mm-hmm. So, but that's part of Feelings Friday. Mm-hmm. That's what we do. We go there sometimes, right, Lynn?
Love it. Yeah, that's right. We go there and
we
I
come
love
back.
That video. And
yeah.
I feel like if I listened to that video every day, it would make me a better person. So it's just, I love it. Very poignant.
Awesome. So tomorrow's a show.
Yep.
Right. Yeah, and everybody here. I mean, like I said, it was fun in the pre-show. We're talking, and it was really nice to meet everybody too. Or, I mean, Joe and Erin, it's the only person I've ever met tonight. So wonderful people.
Good to meet you too.
Yeah.
And so this is a portion of there's some people who weren't able to attend tonight that will be out there tomorrow. So we talked about Jodie, the pizzas. We've got Cannon doing cocktails. We have baklava and coffee, which is a darling couple that live in the neighborhood that make baklava and Turkish coffee. And they'll be serving that up.
Wow.
And and Lily Therens, who is incredible graphic designer, illustrator. She did the Urban Roots mural, which I'm sure most of y'all have seen. Hopefully, if not, you should go check it out. And then she's also done a mural for our neighborhood as well. And then Propagate will be there, slanging plants. Am I missing anybody, Lenny?
I think you're missing your friend who does the beautiful leather.
Oh, yes. Carlin will be there with his, he's got Bohemian Bicycle Club, and he does leather jewelry. He'll be there as well.
And Giddy, we talked about Giddy.
Giddy, yep.
Giddy's hard at work right now.
Yeah.
Giddy's hard at work. She's a beautiful ceramicist. Self-taught, and her work is just exploding, and she is really successful globally, and she's just a great person, and so nice to have so many great people out there tomorrow.
Yeah, and if I could just add one final thing about the neighborhood, I think it's important to know that the neighborhood's full of public art. So while you're there tomorrow, if you want to see some art outside of what's going on in the park, the Riverwalk has a piece called West, which is like a light up West sign by a Brooklyn artist, Janet Zwig. And then there's Subtile, which is a piece by Federico Diaz on the Riverwalk. And it's incredible. And then we also have two Kanekos. One's in the park. My son just came. He's hiding behind me. There's two Kanekos. One's on the Riverwalk. One's in the park. So we'll be surrounded by it. And then, I mean, talk to me if I'm there and you see me, come talk to me, because I can tell you there's more art. There's so much art here, and it's pretty awesome. So
don't forget Titus, who just moved.
Titus, yes, we just got this baby head. It's a giant baby head by Michael Bishop called Waiting for Titus, and it's like right next door to Lynn's house. And it is literally a giant baby head. And I'm not kidding.
He keeps an eye on me. I'm so
and it's funny. It used to be in my office. It used to be in the lobby of my office. So I really grew attached to it. But I understand that if you're seeing it for the first time, it's a little jarring. It's a giant baby head. But it's really cool. And so we can show you where that is too.
I love it.
Right on. And then Sergio says, so many great folks here, indeed. And he is on his way. That's not tomorrow, but he'll be the first one.
I love it.
Remember about the chocolates, right? So, and we're going to bring another piece of Joe am I pronouncing that right?
Joa.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah. Okay. I always want to make sure, so we'll bring another, we'll go back around again real quick too with everybody too. And it's tomorrow from 11 to 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay. Here we go. You want to explain a little bit about that one? That's a beautiful one too.
Thank you. This is in Palm Springs, like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning. I had left the casino because I didn't like the dealer. And I had my camera and I was like just exploring, and I saw this can, and so I put my camera down to take the photo, and that's the moon in the background. And I don't know if you've ever seen a white scorpion, but I've never seen one. But like on the edge of the photo, like where the dark red meets the light red to the right, there's a white scorpion coming towards me. And I'm like, well, I really want to get this shot, but I don't really want to die right here. But so I got the shot, and then I ran off. But I love that shot.
So did he exist or not? Or just for that moment in time?
Well, actually, I probably should have took a photo of it, but I was just happy to get away from it.
Well, that's perfect. That's a really beautiful picture. And Sergio said, "Wow," and then Chris said, "Wow, iconic." So
thank you.
Yeah, it does tell its own story too. It is. Now I see the scorpion. I'll probably see it in my dream now too. So thank you for that. I appreciate it. When I see you tomorrow, I'm like, hey, you guys should chase me like that.
I mean, it could be a good thing.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell him. I'm like, hey, look, let's be friends, right?
Yeah.
Let's get. Yeah. So, can I make it my Facebook cover?
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah. See. Yeah, and I think people like I said, it is like very dreamy like too, right? So that's an awesome, beautiful picture.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? And what I didn't do for you too was, let me see.
His Instagram handle.
Yes, there it is, right there.
Oh,
So
thank
that
you.
is, yeah. So that is your Instagram handle. Is there any other way? We'll probably go through like to get. Do you have a website? Anything else that you could share with us, or?
My website is johaharrison.com.
Okay.
I have a lot of work on there, but most of my work, like the variety of my work, is on my Instagram.
Joa, you have a piece right now at Unseen Heroes, right?
2.
Do you have a piece there? You have 2 pieces there. So you guys should check that out too. Unseen Heroes has a really incredible gallery up right now. And it's beautiful. And it was Faith from the Black Artist Fund did curate it, and it's gorgeous. And you guys should check it out if you can.
Yeah, and then we have.
Where is that?
Broadway and 35th.
Unseen Heroes. Yeah, it's across from, it's Oak Park. It's where Display was, or is. It's Display.
Oh, it's inside Unseen Heroes. Okay,
yes,
got it.
Yeah, go check it out, you guys. It's amazing. Those guys they're just so good at what they do. And they have art, like they have this really cool technology where you can scan, like you know how QR codes are so hideous looking? Well, somehow they figured out how to do the same thing without them being hideous. So that's all I'll say, but just go check it out.
Chris says, I see dog ears. Oh, Jen, I see dog ears too in the corner. No, it's okay. Yeah, there you go. I'm on.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, in the picture I'm on, that's a scorpion. So, yeah.
It's a kismet.
I mean, you can see what you want. I guess that's what the whole thing is. And then we also had the one too that you had on the flyer too, right? That you put on there. This one.
I love that.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I love it too.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Explain it?
Yeah, why not?
Oh, well, this is actually the second piece. Well, the second one in this. I have a collection of 2, but the first one I was just like doing stuff with it, and then this one I realized I could actually make something nice. So this is me trying to make something nice. It's just like splashes.
I love it.
Thank you. It's splashes of water mixed with paint, and I had to wait for each one to dry before I put the next one on, so it wouldn't mix.
Mm-hmm.
So I basically was babysitting it for like 4 days.
Beautiful.
It reminded me of like a dancer, like something that's dancing. Yeah. And I'm gonna bring these up randomly, so we're gonna go out of order. Hopefully, if I didn't play them again, this one's Lisa's too, right here. Lisa.
Yeah.
So pretty.
Yeah.
So pretty.
How did you come up with this concept on here?
I was just kind of blown away that that flower was bigger than my head. And so I was just trying to show some scale. It's late summer, I can tell, because I'm in a little tank top and I'm standing in the shade, and I was just trying to show scale. But when I saw the photo, I thought, oh, I think that should be my business card. And so it is.
It's great.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
That is awesome. And that's pretty impressive that flower is that big. I thought that was like just a piece that you got on there too. Let me go to. I want to go to Erin too, because I do have a couple of more questions. Because I love tomatoes and I love that setup you have right there, and that just looks great. Is there anything that you would recommend your olive oil with? Because we always talk about creation, and that's an art form in its own self, right? And so anything that you personally love yourself, because I would love that right there myself too.
Yeah, well, and that's why on the front of our bottles we make some recommendations just so people will go, oh yeah, that's a good thing to put it on, or I never thought of that. But for me personally, I have olive oil on toast every morning, and sometimes with tomato. It's what I brought back with me from Spain, that tradition of having toast with olive oil and salt. But just like I said, like the sweet things, like putting it on a cookie or on cake or on ice cream, just very
apple.
Yeah, on an apple. My 90-year-old grandma's eating it on waffles. I haven't tried this yet, but it's working for her. So,
well, can we go back to what you said in the very, what was it? Bread and what?
Bread and olive oil. And then if you like crushed tomato, like if you just, what's the word? Like not shred, but you do it on like the cheese shredder with like the tomato, cut it open. Yes, grated tomato. On toast, that's, pan con tomate, which is like super typical Spanish breakfast, and it's just so delicious.
That will be part of my life now. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I wanted to know, like, because, you are obviously creating this stuff, and, like I said, it's a whole different art form, right? And it's just, I mean, when I was looking at the picture, I'm like, I have to ask her something, not something, but I had to figure out like what you would eat it by itself, because I know that stuff you want it, that oil you want to eat it by itself. So, but that's the perfect combination. That sounds great.
And I'm a third non-biased party. It is incredible, incredible, and I do love olive oil. So I've had a lot of olive oil in my life, but it is notably beautiful and pure and just utterly delicious. And Erin is so right. So I expanded my olive oil, just kind of what I was going to try it on, and I've put it on apples and all kinds of different fruits, and it's shockingly just, it's a great combination. It's so good.
I love that. Well, I'll send you your paycheck tomorrow.
Yes, I look forward to tomorrow when I pick up more olive oil.
So I'm pretty sure Serge says this is about Joa's piece, and then I think he said this about Lisa's. That's a huge flower.
It is. So. They're called dinner plate dahlias, and they're named
good
because they are the size of dinner plates.
Yeah, that's great.
I had a question for Joa.
Yeah.
Your Instagram is @was_a_pose, and the first time I saw that, it's just stuck in my head. It's such a beautiful phrase, and I was wondering if there was a meaning behind surrender was.
When I was in college, I used to be a lyricist to my own right, and I used to write a lot, and that was, so basically I wrote a lot of notebooks and I threw everything away. Long story. And that was something that I remembered. So I was like, that was from my past that I threw away, so I kept it.
So beautiful. It's just stuck in my head.
Yeah.
Thank you. I can tell you the longer story in person.
Okay, tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow. That's it, everybody. All the questions.
I'll tell you my longer story tomorrow too.
That wasn't. Cherie said Portuguese use that everything for even newborn babies. I believe that's for the olive oil.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Okay. Good. Raquel said I got a special oil from Greece and have not opened the box yet. See, and then you'll have some from California, hopefully tomorrow. Yes.
Awesome.
And let's go to Jen. Tell me. Oh, here's this one right here. I haven't put that up yet. Yes. I love this piece myself. I mean, yeah.
Thank you. That's just a little slab of rose quartz on a simple sterling silver chain.
And rose quartz is for love?
It is for love.
See? Yeah. I am sensitive. I know this stuff. No. Yeah. And so like something like that, you obviously like you design different pieces too, right? From different, you said turquoise and what else? Lapis?
Lapis, turquoise. I've agate. I've got all kinds of stones. Citrine.
Do you find people like coming out for certain stones too, or is it one stone more popular than the other?
It varies. Like everybody likes something different.
Yeah. Right on. Yeah.
Yeah.
So anybody out there wants to ask each other a question, or full forum, I'd like to thank everybody for coming and participating or having fun here and coming out to Cali Cocktail Hour. You didn't know what it was, which is good. So I could have been a jerk. Well, I probably am. Like jerk questions.
You
like,
are
I knew it.
Anti-jerk, Ruben.
Yeah.
I've never once seen you be a jerk ever.
Yeah.
Well, here it goes. So I have a question.
A supporter of
No.
this. I mean, I feel like you supported us the first time, and then you're supporting us the second. This ongoing is really awesome. We appreciate it.
Yeah, and I think it's great. I mean, I really do. This is fun because everybody gets to see the artists, the makers, and what they really. Because I know that it's hard to answer everybody's question out there when you're doing an event, and but I think people really emote to people when they get to know you a little bit more. Like Erin. You're a wonderful person, but just knowing like what you eat for olive oil, it makes me, because that's what I would do. I would take it from an expert. I'm like, okay, yeah, right. I'll try not to put any, hot sauce or anything on it. Salsa, that's what I do.
No, do it.
No, but I won't. But I've learned myself, but that's why I like to learn, what people eat and how it's intended to be, we tend to put a lot of stuff on things, and sometimes the beautiful taste of like olive oil with bread and tomato sounds awesome. So
I can't stop thinking about olive oil on ice cream.
Oh, it's so good.
Vanilla ice cream,
It's
olive
so
oil,
good.
and a little bit of salt will change your life. It's so good.
Ooh-wee. I'm excited to try that.
Yeah.
And this time I'm not going to leave without a bottle of your olive oil.
Oh, thank you.
Erin, will you have samples out tomorrow?
I'm not going to be doing samples. I'm not sure what the latest COVID regulations are, but I'm going to err on the side of caution and you're just going to have to believe me. It's really good.
Yeah.
Is buy a bottle.
I'll
and then
send you to the
it.
Canon cocktail table, and then you can come back and go crazy.
Smart.
Yeah.
Well, that is true, though. You don't know what you can do nowadays, right? Because if you leave it out there, if someone touches it, it's just one of those things where I think people would rather buy the bottle and take,
Yeah.
It's worth it.
Yeah. So we have a lot of
I'll have you stand next to me and just talk about it the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
You can be my spokesperson.
So Serge says everything for love, rose quartz.
Yay.
Serge is also a very sensitive person too out there. Victor says I only get an impasta nowadays, and I believe that's not the rose quartz.
I hope so.
So and do you have anybody have anything to say out there for anybody else like that? That you feel like you've been missed or mistreated by me by not asking you the right question, or Sarah. Right. Tomorrow it is the show for you guys, and it's going to be a wonderful event. It was a wonderful event last time. It's a wonderful weather. We're looking at coming out of this pandemic in a slow, methodical, beautiful way. We see the light at the end of the tunnel. So I think people will be very, very happy to be out and supporting you. And there's a lot of great things to support. So I thank you for coming to the show tonight.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ruben.
Yeah. So it wasn't painful, wasn't it? Right. I don't know. I'm just kidding. This is my third glass of wine, so now it's getting crazy.
We won't talk about last week when I co-hosted.
Oh yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So
I missed
heartfelt.
it. Talk about it. Let's.
Oh yeah, you did miss it. Heartfelt from Zacatecas.
Earlier in it.
Lynn, what do we say? Don't beat yourself up over it. Thanks, Ruben and Sarah.
That we're going to see each other in like 12 hours, so that's cool.
Yeah, and that's a great part because this is a part about community. It's a community of people and love, and what we try to get together, whatever we can do. But we send the positive message first, and the love first, and we know people out there are suffering, and our hearts go out to them because that's what we're here for. So, Victor says, "Thank you for hosting, Ruben. You're welcome." Chris says, oh, sorry, I think I read that already. Thank you, Ruben, for a wonderful show.
Awesome.
Sergio says, heartfelt from Zacatecas. That's right, Sergio. And everybody, any last words for anybody else tonight? Because I know you guys have to go and
Tomorrow. Yeah, we got to go.
Oh, yeah. See you tomorrow, and thank you.
Yeah. Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you.
See you
Tomorrow night.
Bye.
And-
Kismet says bye.
So, if you guys can stay around for 1 minute, and then I just want to say a personal goodbye to you. I mean, I won't keep you that long. So,
Okay.
and Lynn, watch out for your toe. By the way, Lynn.
Yeah.
Ruben.
Yeah, yes, sir.
I want to
Yes.
say that was a beautiful song by the family. I
Yeah,
forgot the name.
Latour. Yeah,
Latour. That was a beautiful song.
yeah. They're a wonderful family. They're all musicians, and I think one is a dancer. I'll be writing music while I'm listening, and then Chris says ciao. Yeah, everybody else, and thank you, because that's why I wanted to play a Sacramento band tonight. To get that to get the whole feeling going on here. But tomorrow, come to the event tomorrow, which is called Art in the Park, from 11 to 3. I will give you directions. Sarah, one more.
So it's across from the barn, Drake's at the barn in West Sacramento in the Bridge District. So right across, there's a park called Garden Park. The address 495 Garden Street. So yes, we will see you there.
Yeah. And everybody's got to get their rest. So just one real quick. I'm going to play the outro, and then I just want to say goodbye. It'll be quick, and you guys can go do your art stuff. Well, I know. I mean, I don't want to keep it too long. Last time, I think Lynn and I went on for almost 2.5 hours, and I think we both finished a bottle of wine. I'm like, oh shoot. Okay, so we're gonna cut that off right now. All right, everybody else, thank you for coming to Cali Cocktail Hour. Next week we have Adesali will be hosting with me. And she is a wonderful singer, and she's also a holistic certified practitioner, and we work on energy, and we will be sending some vibes out there for healing energy for everybody out there, and we'll see who we have for the guest. But it's always fun, it's always interesting, and it's always good people, and I love you guys, and thank you everybody for coming for Cali Cocktail Hour. Also on Netflix there's a Cali Canine show, so it's a really good show. It's for dogs, right? Dog trainers and stuff.
Yay!
Yes. Yeah, I know. I was gonna play a little bit of it, but that's so anyways, he's awesome though. He's from Oakland, so it's a cool show. Real quick. Yay, looking forward to see you next week. Thank you, Raquel. We'll see you there. All right, we're gonna play the outro. Thank you everybody. I appreciate you coming, and everybody out there, we love you. Mucho amor for everybody out there, and sorry, give me this thing. Sorry. All the wine. Okay, this is the outro. Okay, good night, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
And you guys just hold on one second. Yeah.
Bye.
Thank you.
All right.
Maybe I've seen my dad, and I'm alive to kill the time. What triggers the idea of